There's a saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Buddha. Come on, Miss Bonnie. It's about cooking something good with me. Okay, let's get set up here. Get ready for class. Let me get my lessons here. Are you ready for class? Are you ready for class? Today we're going to talk about life skills, and if you're studying from the Milady's textbook, and I'm so sorry that I don't have the pivot point. Well, I do, but it's an older version. I want to say it's like 2014. Honestly, textbooks don't change by much, but each year it's updated, and so I like to be current. Even though I know like the written at State Board is the primary resource is the 2016 Milady's textbook. So if you have that textbook, that's really the best one to be studying out of. Is there really a difference though between the two? Not by much. It's just the wording. I've taught out of both. And so Milady tends to give a little bit more, a little bit more information. And the other one kind of simplifies it, which isn't a bad thing, but it's the same information. So life skills to help you become a better cosmetologist. One thing I want to convey about this chapter, these are probably some of the best chapters in the books, chapters 1 through 4, whether it's Pivot Point or Milady, because it's really teaching you how to take care of yourself. And when you take care of yourself, you can give a better quality of yourself to others, because that's what we do in this industry. We are giving ourselves to people in the hopes that they look and feel beautiful about themselves, and then hopefully they can pass that on. And it sounds silly, but it really is the truth. And I learned that the hard way because, well, I wouldn't say the hard way, but yeah, I guess I would say the hard way. I learned that, when was that? Last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year, and I went and took a skincare training course for where I work. And I ended up getting sick because I was taking on everybody's ailments. And so what that taught me as a sensitive person was that in this industry, it's a flow of energy. You know, you're giving your energy to another person, and they're giving their energy to you, right? So if you're in a negative space and you take that with you to work, you are passing off that negative energy. And it's not something that you're doing deliberately. It's just, it is what it is. That's just how that goes. So really, that's why I love these chapters, because they are teaching you to take care of your inner self, take care of yourself. So that way you are healthy, you are strong, you have good energy to have a long-lasting cosmetology career. And that's with any person career that you take, whether it's a barista in a coffee shop or a retail store. If you're dealing with people and you are not good in here, you are not going to convey that good energy off to others. So people will come into your place of business and they will leave feeling negative, and they will leave not being happy with the service that they paid for. And we don't want to do that. I always used to tell my students, and I don't want to get too long into this, but I always used to tell my students that, you know, if I don't feel well And I meant that mentally or spiritually or physically. If I didn't feel well, I would call in to work and I would just not come in because I always felt like it's not my students' fault. So I didn't want to pass on any negative vibes to my class and have them feel in some sort of way when they're there to learn. And it's not their concern with what I'm going through, if that makes sense. So when you get in that salon, it's not about you. It's about your clients and what you can offer them, right? And so you have to make sure that you prioritize that and make sure, okay, you know, I got all these bills, you know, my mom's not healthy right now, my dad's going through this, and this is going on in my life. But when I hit these doors and I hit this building, all that's behind me because I want to make Mrs. Smith happy and I want, you know, Mr. Smith to be glad with his haircut and color. And so it's all about the clients, right? So, life skills to help us become better. Important life skills for a satisfying career. This is chapter 2 in the Milady's textbook. Being cooperative, having a cooperative attitude. When you see your coworkers struggling, you know, it's running late, salon's about to close and they're still doing foils. Hey, you know, what do you need me to do? You want me to go cut up some foils for you? Do you want me to help put in some foils? Would you like me to clean up your station? You know, are you working with this? Let me go clean this up for you. You know, be helpful, and it's okay. I never did understand when people weren't willing to help. You know, it's just all about me and bye, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't be that way. Approaching work with a responsible approach. And I always used to tell these stories because I come up from a different generation, and what I've seen the good and the bad in our industry, and I've seen the lack of professionalism, which really misrepresents who we are, and it's really sad. And just for the record, guys, looking at the time here, this is probably going to be a 3-part video, which is cool. It's not what I expected, but it's cool. Responsible. What I looked at as responsible, you know, it's a Friday night. I have a full book on Saturday. Promised my client, because she's going to Hawaii. They're leaving early Sunday morning or even Saturday night. Promised her that I would open up the salon early and I'll be there at 6 in the morning. But my friends call me after work on Friday and I go out and, you know, now I'm hungover on Saturday. But I made that promise to Mrs. You know, let's say Mrs. Williams, because that's my name. Might as well just say that. Made a promise to Mrs. Williams, you know, that I would be there at 6 in the morning. It doesn't matter if I'm hungover or not. I got to go and open up that salon and be there like I said, because I gave my word. That's called responsibility. If I have no word, my clients aren't going to trust me. And I've seen that time and time again. I've seen people waiting for their nail appointments for 2 hours, people waiting for their hair appointment where the stylist wasn't there. And then they come rushing in and, you know, slamming everything on their station. And you just don't want to be like that. If you feel you're going to be late, call your clients ahead of time. They're dependent on you. And that's just how it is. You know, one thing I always thought, if someone was going to talk about me, I want to live my life in such a way that when they do talk about me, there's really nothing that they can think about to talk about in a bad way. Do you know what I mean? So for instance, you know, if I'm always on time and I keep my word, and if I'm running late, I call the client, or if an emergency comes up, I'm going to call them the night before and let them know, hey, Mrs. So-and-so, I had a family emergency, so can we reschedule your appointment? I am so sorry. Or I may be a little late tomorrow. Does that work for you? I know you're leaving. Whatever. Communicate with your clients. They're people just like you. Treat others the way you want to be treated, right? So that's being responsible. If you're running late, call your employer who's signing your checks. And even if you're renting a station as an independent contractor, you still want to call the owner of the salon and say, hey, I'm running late, blah, blah, blah. And that's just responsible. That's what you're supposed to do. So feeling good about yourself. One thing you want to do is always make sure that you feel good about yourself. Confidence, and that starts while you're a student, and it's okay. Now, there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. I'm not saying being a snob, being arrogant, but being confident that you're learning and that it's okay when you make mistakes, because those are all learning lessons. So believing in yourself and shutting out that psychological noise of voices that told you that you weren't good enough. Just remember, whatever it is you're feeling inside, if you don't work on that, you end up passing that on to other people, and you don't want to do that. So I'm going to pause on that right now, and we're going to carry this over to part 2 of life skills, where we'll be talking about setting goals, developing good habits, and what else do I want to talk to you guys about? There's a lot. Having a mission statement, and we'll be talking about perfectionism and procrastination. So stay tuned for part 2, and thank you guys so much for your subscriptions, for your likes,
and start watching my videos to the end.
Bye guys. God bless you.